Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome back to the Flavorful Home. Paula here. I am feeling a little under the weather, and so my share today is perfect for the days where you just don't want to be in the kitchen. What is it? I am one of the participants in Crocktober, which is just what it sounds like. 31 days of crockpot recipes put together by the phenomenal Jeni from Jeni's Scratch Made Kitchen. I will put a link in the description box for her channel and the entire playlist so you can see all the videos of fantastic crockpot recipes. And I've watched them already that have been shared, and they are fantastic. Some of them are new to me, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. To me, the crock pot is one of the best small kitchen appliances ever invented. There have been some stinkers that have done nothing but took up space in my kitchen, and I'll probably have some people disagree with me, but one of them was the bread maker. That thing just did not get used the way it should have been. The other was the pasta machine. The crock pot gets used in my house, and I love it because you dump the stuff in the morning, and when you come home, you're good to go with a really good meal, and your house smells like heaven. My kids have come in and been like, "What are you cooking?" And I'm like, "It's in the crock pot." I love it for stews, for soups, stroganoffs, a bevy of things. I've not tried it for dessert yet, but I'm going to be doing that too. It's just a great little machine. Like I said, today it's a great thing for me because a little bit of prep and everything is in, and I can relax the rest of the day and not have to worry about a delicious meal. If your kids have sports practice, music lessons, you're busy at work, you, it's your clean the house day and you don't want to mess up your stove, the crock pot is perfect. And for Christmas, my husband got me this wonderful book. It's Crockpot, the original slow cooker recipe collection. And we will be making braised chipotle beef. It is on page 105 of this book. It's the first time I'm making this recipe, so if it's a stinker, we're going to find out together. We're going to gather our ingredients and get going. Come on. Alrighty, my darling. So here is the deets. Obviously, here I have my chuck, but let's go with the tidbits. You're going to have in your seasoning, besides salt and pepper, you have a tablespoon of chipotle chili powder, a tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of ground cumin. I did a teaspoon, and can't see it that well. It's kind of hidden under the other seasonings, of dried oregano. But I used Mexican oregano. I think the Mexican oregano would just highlight this better. But you can use plain oregano. And you can also, if you choose, instead of chipotle chili powder, go with plain chili powder, regular. That's fine as well. And then you need your large onion cut into 1-inch chunks. You need 2 red bell peppers cut into 1-inch pieces. These were from my garden, frozen. I took them out and diced them. I gave them a rinse and a little shake, but it's 1 inch. You don't need to measure. Get as close as possible. it calls for a tablespoon of minced garlic. This is probably a tablespoon and a half. Don't worry about it. But minced is smaller than diced, so get it on the finer side. You also are going to need a cup of beef broth. If you don't have beef broth, you can use bouillon. I use powdered bouillon when it's little increments like that, a cup. You need a can of diced tomatoes, the 14 and a half ounce. I decided to kick it up a bit and I went with fire roasted. That's a-okay. You also needed tomato paste, 3 tablespoons. That may be just under, maybe a hair over, but I don't use tomato paste very often. I don't put it in my tomato sauce when I'm making my sauce. So when I bust open a can of tomato paste, the remainder is usually put into tablespoon measurements, wrapped into individual servings, and put into the freezer. It's just easier for me. You're going to need your vegetable oil because all this is going to be sauteed. Now, let's talk about the chuck. This may not be 3 pounds. It might be 2. I'm not going to even weigh it because it's not important to me. But you're going to, I always rinse my meat. You get your paper towel and pat it. And you are going to salt it and pepper it. And before I even finish with that, I'm going to pump up my pan for browning. See, that's the trick with crockpot. Some things you're giving an extra depth of flavor by browning it. You're giving it another layer. And these veggies and meats are going to be browned and sauteed. So you want them peppered and salted so that it has a great taste. So when my pan is finished heating up, we'll get the meat, which says to cut into 2-inch pieces. And so let's just do that. And I'm not even going to trim this. Extra fat just adds to the flavor. It's not a horrendous amount of fat. Okay, we'll come back when the pan is hot. Alrighty, our pan is hot. That's approximately 2 tablespoons of the vegetable oil. And it says to work in batches. So that's what I'm going to do. And you want it, you know what? This is more than big enough to handle all 3. So that's what I'm going to do. And you're going to let it brown on all sides. Just leave it alone for a minute or 2. And we'll come back when we're going to turn. Okay. That's got a nice little brown on it. Nice little brown on it. Beautiful. Again, don't panic about it. Just get a nice brown around all of it. And then from here, it goes into the crock pot. But you are the boss. You can do how you feel comfortable. You don't have to sit there and hold each end up. As long as it has a nice little browning on it, you're good. See? I'm going to bring my crock pot here. As you can see, I have my crock pot, and I am going to just put them right in. There you go. I'm going to lower my heat, and then we're going to get ready to do the veggie. We're going to add just a little bit more. That should be about a tablespoon. Give it a little swirl. And first up, onions. Get your onions in. Okay. Now I'm using cast iron. Cast iron holds heat, and I'm on my nuclear burner. So I shut it, and I'm going to let it come down a little, and then I will put the burner back on. But you're going to give it a spin for about a minute. You want to know something? It already smells good just from the lovely meat browning and then putting in your onions. It just gives it such a nice aroma. All right, I'm going to pump my gas back up. And it's a medium-high heat. Mine is going to be a little lower. And they look like they're just about soft. So I'm going to do the peppers. Here comes the peppers. And you want about 2 minutes. Of that. This is why I love crock pot cooking, because you could get all this done early in the day, and then the rest of the day belongs to you and whatever it is you need to do. And of course, with the addition of the peppers, the aroma is being enhanced to another level. It smells wonderful. Okay, we're going to let that cook for a couple of minutes, and then we'll come back because the next addition is the tomato paste, the garlic, and all the seasonings, along with your salt and black pepper. Okay, you can see it has come together nicely. Now, my cookbook says to stir in the tomato paste, garlic, seasonings, but you know me, I am a recipe pirate, and so before I do that, I'm going to get that garlic in there briefly to just pump up the heavenly flavor. This is beautiful. Oh my, oh my. The aroma. Once that garlic is in your pan, you will be wowed. The aroma just seduces you. The smells are amazing. And again, now, and I also did the 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of fresh ground pepper. Again, this is only enhancing your flavors. You're sauteing your seasonings and just, that was my dryer, just adding another layer of flavor. And now we're going to put the tomato paste. It's still a little frozen, but that's okay. It's going to, it only needs a minute. Oh, that chipotle is wicked. I can smell it. Okay. Oh, that is heavenly. Okay, we're going to move you over to the crock pot. Okay, I'm just going to scoop this all in. Get it knocked in there. The smell is absolutely incredible. The chipotle chili has such an intense and aromatic aroma. And it was funny because I think it was my daughter Sophia who said, did you know that chipotle chilies were jalapenos that were dried? I said, yeah. A lot of people don't know chipotle is jalapeno. I forget what all of them are. I want to say poblano is ancho. I'm not even going to say anymore because I can't remember what they all are. But yes. Okay, so you see that? It's in there nice. And now we're going to do the next layer. Now, see all that goodness? Let me get you moved in. At the bottom of the pan, you're going to scrape it all with your cup of broth. And just clean the bottom of that pan because that's all juicy yumminess that you're going to want into your crock pot. Just deglazing is so awesome because not only is it collecting all the flavors, it is a cleanup of your pan. A lot of times, even if I'm not in the need of it, I will put some hot water and scrape it away so that all the chunks are off the bottom of my pan. And that is a thing of beauty. So we're going to bring this over to our crock pot. Ooh, let me get all that off the back of my spoon. I don't want to, but I'm going to be stirring it in, so we'll be good. I'm putting you right down in front of my crock pot. Let me lift you just a little because I do want you to see it all. Let me take my cover off. And here we go. In. Ooh, I'm hitting you, but I don't want to. Beautiful. And my pan is now clean And last but not least, let me pop open my can of diced roasted tomatoes, and we will get that in there. This smells like a little bit of heaven already. And you are going to serve it with a side of rice. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to need much of anything else. I don't know about adding cheese or sour cream or any of that. All right, in goes that. I love the fire roasted tomatoes. Okay, friends, this is going to cook. My cookbook says 7 hours. My crock pot has 2 settings, the high 4 to 6 and the low 8 to 10. I just have it on 6 and I think that'll be fine. And you know me, I can't not. So I'm getting a little spoon just to, hoo-wee. Oh my, oh my, oh my. That is amazing. It's got kick. Oh, folks. This one is delicious. Alrighty, we'll be back when it's ready to get plated up. Alrighty, friends, we are back. It's been about 6 hours and the meat is already coming apart nicely. We're going to take a taste. Let you come in close. See, got some onion, pepper, and beef. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh-wee. It has the chipotle is giving it such a kick that if you don't like heat, you might just want to reduce it from maybe a tablespoon, take it down to a half of a tablespoon of chipotle and a half of regular red chili powder, because you'll still get that nice smoke from the chipotle, but you won't get that heavy heat. Personally, I think it's fantastic. And this is going to be a really good dinner tonight for Monday Night Football. Wow. The flavor is robust. That's a great definition for it. Robust. So with a side of rice, and rice will help calm it a bit. But if you don't like heat at all, then just go full plain chili powder. If you want a little less, do half and half. I will do a printable of the recipe down below, a Google Docs, so you could print it up and have it for your own making and liking. I think I can do that. I know it's from a cookbook, but whatever. Don't forget, there's a giveaway on November 1st. So make sure you watch all the videos that come out. Just backtrack and go to the very first video and watch them through. You're not going to regret it because there are some fantastic recipes in it. And gosh, who doesn't like having an easy meal prepared that doesn't taste like it was easy? This tastes like I spent hours cooking it. It is delicious. All right, friends. If you're new, I hope you'll come back again. I hope you subscribe, hit thumbs up, hit the notification button, share it so other people will find it. Until next time, go create something wonderful. Friends, I had to come back real quick just to say this was such a big hit. Everyone loved it. It was taken to school the next day. You gotta make it.